Hi, family. Today is Tuesday, which means it's Teaching Tuesday, and it's like our first Teaching Tuesday of the year. Woo, 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 woo. I'm sorry I'm kind of late because I've been at work all day, and I'm still at work, so here we are. But the word that God gave me for this week is don't get so busy that you miss it. Okay? So we're going to Luke chapter 10, verse 38. I don't have my Bible, so I gotta read it off the computer, but here we go. Now what happened as they went, he entered a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, who also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was distracted with much serving, and she approached him and said, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Therefore tell her to help me." And Jesus said to her, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part which will not be taken away from her." So, I don't know about you, but I can speak for myself, but I would say that 2018 was a year, okay? 2018 for me was God taking me out of my comfort zone, moving me out of my jobs, moving me out of friendships, moving me out of a relationship. Like, it was just a lot of movement. But what I will say is that a lot of times when we, get taken out of our comfort zones of these jobs and relationships, we try to find things that fill it. And I want to compare that to Martha in this verse, because Matthew, Mark, and Luke all tell the same stories pretty much. But so if you read it in different chapters, Martha talks about all this work that she was doing, right? And then she had the nerve to complain. I mean, complaining. You ever meet somebody that does a lot, but always complaining about the stuff that they have to do? You know what I'm saying? You know that. So after exiting these friendships in this relationship, I was like, okay, God, let me get back focused. Let me go over here and do my youth group. Let me go over here and do dance ministry. Let me go over here and focus on Teaching Tuesdays. But I'm spreading myself out, not even realizing that God had called me to slow down, that God just wanted to spend time with me. I had went to the church a couple months ago, and he told me, after all this stuff had happened, that this is your season to slow down. So God just wanted to remind somebody today that just because he took some things off your plate does not mean that you need to fill it back up with all these things that you think that God has called you to do, when all he really wants to do is spend time with you. See, it's the beginning of a new year, and God wants to get your focus back. He wants to pour into you, but he can't do it if you have spread yourself so thin that you can't even find the time to spend time with him. And then you get caught up in all this ministry that you start complaining. So is your work really benefiting the kingdom, or is your work benefiting your emptiness and your loneliness? And then God reminded me of one of the quotes that I heard one of my friends say, and he said, "Are you purpose-pleasing or are you people-pleasing?" I had to take a step back and be like, okay, God, I was people pleasing, because people will say, well, you have this gift, and you'll be great in this ministry, and you'll be great at this. And so you didn't spread yourself out because of what other people have said about you, when God just wanted you to stay right here. See, Martha was so focused on the busyness of everything that she missed her moment when Mary knew that when Jesus walked in, this was the most important moment. This was the moment where she needed to worship at his feet. This was the moment that you don't want to miss it. And right now, God wants you to know that don't miss your moment being busy. Don't miss your moment getting wrapped up in things that don't really matter at that point. When Jesus walks in, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Spending time with God, that's what matters. Your ministry is going to elevate if you spend time with God. Don't miss it. And that is Teaching Tuesday. And you guys can message me prayer requests or anything you want to talk about, anything, whatever. I'll respond, or at least I'll try to. But one more thing, if you read it, and I told you Matthew, Mark, and Luke all tell the same story. But one of the parts that I preached on for New Year's, Mary was freed of all her sins when she washed Jesus' feet. That is a promotion. When you're being healed and delivered, Jesus essentially promoted her in the spirit, okay? Look at that. From worshiping at his feet, giving her all, realizing what is important, that is when she received promotion, okay? Don't be like Martha, getting caught up in the busy. All right. Love y'all. Have a good week.